Today, I will show you 5 seasons you should not go to Japan when traveling.
If you're going on a trip, you definitely want to enjoy it to the fullest.
Japan also has some long holidays, so if you travel to Japan without planning anything, you may be surprised at how crowded it is. Also, the prices of many accommodation facilities tend to go up during Japanese holidays.
By knowing the best season to travel to Japan, you can lower your travel costs and enjoy sightseeing without the crowds.
Please take it easy. First, I'd like to introduce 5 seasons that you should avoid when traveling to Japan. It is mid-March student vacation period, late April to early May Golden Week, mid-August Obon holidays, mid-September Silver Week, year-end and New Year holidays. The following are the months that are not included in the schedule.
Why is it better not to travel to Japan during that period?
The 5 seasons I just introduced are long holidays in Japan, and many Japanese people travel domestically. That's why famous tourist spots are becoming very crowded, not only with foreign tourists but also with an increasing number of Japanese tourists.
If there are a lot of people around, you'll get tired just walking.
Not only tourist spots but also public transportation such as trains can be crowded, so just getting around can be difficult. Furthermore, accommodation prices will increase, so unless you have a good reason, you should avoid the 5 seasons listed. Now, I will explain why each of the 5 seasons is a season when you should avoid traveling. The reason you should avoid traveling in mid-March is because many Japanese students travel domestically. In Japan, the new school term begins in April. This would be rare in the world. Also, students graduate and begin work from April. For this reason, starting around mid-March, many schools offer students a long vacation called spring break.
Before starting a new school year or entering a new environment, I want to do something fun.
That's right. That's why many Japanese students travel domestically and try to make lots of memories. However, because of this, the number of people traveling domestically will increase, and famous tourist spots will become crowded. If you want to travel to Japan in spring, we recommend early April. There will be fewer Japanese tourists as many Japanese people start a new school year or start new jobs. But some people who want to travel in spring may want to see sakura in Japan. In such a case, there are websites that announce when the sakura will bloom, so it's a good idea to check that and decide on a date. In Japan, there is a long holiday called Golden Week that runs from late April to early May. This means that not only students but also many office workers can take time off, so many people go on domestic trips with their families.
As the number of people traveling with their families increases, not just students, tourist spots are likely to become extremely crowded.
That's right. Moreover, the prices of accommodations also jump, sometimes doubling compared to the off-season.
Doubling. Certainly, unless there is a special reason, it would be better to travel to Japan during the off-season.
Furthermore, if you board the Shinkansen without making a reservation, you may not be able to get a seat because there are too many people. The Shinkansen passes through famous tourist destinations such as Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka, so if you plan to use the Shinkansen, we recommend that you make a reservation in advance. The Obon holiday period in mid-August is also a time to avoid traveling to Japan.
Obon holiday.
Obon is a traditional holiday that has continued for a long time in Japan. The original purpose of Obon is to mourn the spirits of our ancestors. That's why it's a holiday. Even today, some regions hold festivals to commemorate their ancestors. However, like Golden Week, the Obon holiday is a day off for most Japanese people, so the number of tourists in various regions increases.
I'd also like to see a traditional Japanese festival.
That's good too. But August in Japan is extremely hot and humid, and these days it can be dangerous for people who are not used to the heat. We recommend that you avoid going during the Obon holidays, when there are a lot of people and it's hot and humid. The fourth season to avoid when traveling to Japan is the long holiday season called Silver Week in mid-September. Silver Week is almost the same as Golden Week. Silver Week is characterized by being a consecutive holiday due to the continuation of Japanese holidays. However, there are some caveats. If this national holiday falls on a weekday, many Japanese office workers tend to use their paid time to take an even longer holiday.
Certainly, if possible, I would like to take a long break.
On the other hand, if there is a national holiday on the weekend, it will be difficult to create a long holiday. Therefore, the length of Silver Week varies depending on the year.
It's not fixed.
That's right. So if you're planning a trip in mid-September, it's a good idea to check in advance when Japan's national holidays are. The key to a comfortable trip is to avoid covering as much holiday time as possible. The last season to avoid is the year-end and New Year holidays.
This may be common in any country.
Basically, many stores close during the New Year holidays in Japan. Therefore, even if you come to Japan during the New Year holidays, there is a high possibility that the shops you are looking for may not be open, or that you may not be able to receive the services.
When exactly does the year-end and New Year holidays start and end?
Generally, the year-end and New Year holidays in Japan run from December 29th to January 3rd of the following year, with work starting on January 4th. Therefore, it is best to assume that there are almost no shops open during this period.
There's no point in going on a trip if you can't go into any of the stores.
However, some hotels are open, so if you stay at an all-inclusive hotel, you might enjoy Japan. These are the seasons you should avoid when traveling to Japan. On the other hand, we will also introduce the recommended season for travel to Japan in a different video, so if you are interested, please refer to that as well. Recently, the number of tourists from Kyoto and Osaka has increased in particular, and the places are always crowded with people.
If you're going to travel, you'll want to go at a time when you can feel as comfortable as possible.
At least by avoiding the 5 seasons introduced this time, the number of Japanese tourists will decrease. So there will probably be fewer people at tourist destinations.
I want many people to enjoy Japan.
See you in the next video.
Thank you for your viewing.